どこに行くんだ？いいゆえの名所を巡りたいなら、いい案がいくつかあるぞ。
Good day, gamers. If you ever found yourself watching this video, then welcome to the depths of YouTube. It's been a year since Genshin Impact's release, and as you may have noticed, the community's outreach because of the lackluster anniversary rewards. Well, I'm here to tell you that I will continue playing Genshin Impact. And yes, I know that you don't care, and I know that I'm a nobody, but I'd like to make it clear that I made this video for myself and for those who will still continue playing Genshin. You know, I need to get something out of my system after reading comments after comments and tweets of hate and negativity. So you're still here after I said those statements? Well then, since you're still here, I would also like to clarify that whatever I may say are based from my opinions and gaming experience. So with that out of the way, let me start my rant. First, let's discuss the elephant in the room, the infamous anniversary rewards. To be honest, the anniversary rewards are really underwhelming, and Mihoyo could do better. This is true no matter how you look at it. 10 limited pools, some Mora, heroics, and ores. These are the typical 7-day log and rewards, plus a minuscule amount of primo gems from web events. But why so much hate though? I mean, disappointment is a given, but if you observe the community's behavior recently, it will definitely sour your game experience. And not just that, there are also other reasons that the community is fueled with rage, like the anniversary community event rewards. But I won't dig into that too much since I'm not an artist, so I can't really say anything about how they feel. But instead, I'll give my 2 cents as a casual low spender player since day 1 or date of Genshin's release. Okay, so why are the community so mad right now? I have read lots of comments about their disappointment in Genshin. Aside from the anniversary rewards, there are issues about characters, specifically from Inazuma, the storytelling and pacing of the Archon quests. Some would say that the endgame is stale and repetitive, having the Abyss as the only endgame goal as of now. Others says that as a gacha game, the rates and rewards are bad and other gacha games do it better. And some wants to be rewarded for how much they have spent in the game. So let me address these one by one. Let's start with what I think is the most unreasonable, having to be rewarded for spending too much. Some feels entitled to have better rewards just because of how the community have spent for crystals and primo gems. I mean, it is true. Without the community's support, Genshin wouldn't be here today. But despite that, I still think it is inappropriate and unreasonable to say that we should be rewarded more for all this spending. I don't have the math to support this claim, but this is only my opinion. Whether you deem my opinion wrong is up to you, and I really can't blame you. There are costs that must be covered for operating Genshin, and it's not like that the money are not being returned in some way or another. I think a good example would be the godly music and OSTs in the game. You think those are cheap? You think those are free? They collaborate with different orchestral groups worldwide just to produce these music pieces that average players tend to take for granted. And not to mention that they will conduct a concert that is absolutely free for everyone, just for celebrating the anniversary. How much do you think are the production costs of those character demos, PVs like the recent Duel in the Mist video, payment for all the talents involved including VAs for all the languages, animators, riggers, writers that contribute a whole lot for the game experience? And let me get this straight that you decided to spend for in-game items, No one forced you to do so. It is of your own volition, and you can blame Mihoyo for spending just because of their marketing. That just means that the marketing works. You spend because you want something. After a year of playing, I still think that there aren't any essential items that can be acquired by spending money. All artifacts, talent books, and materials may be time dated, but they're free. Yes, I know about the resins, but I think the resin system has been improved a lot since release from 120 to 160. I remember, if I remember correctly, and they have also added the transient resin that can be bought from uh, the teapot. So you really don't have to spend that much money just to recharge your resins. You only have to wait for it to refresh. You don't have to rush. If I say so myself, that's only my take for that. Uh, the things that can only be acquired through spending are cosmetics, Welkins, and additional Primogems, which are completely optional by the way, since Primogems can also be acquired just by playing the game. So if you think that spending a lot for optional in-game items must be rewarded or equivalent to more rewards, I suggest that you should take a break to be financially responsible or find other games that offers rewards like how you want it to be. Ooh, this might be a long one. So just for additional information, I have been playing gacha games for years, I think, not all of them. And my first gacha game was Brave Frontier, but then something came wrong and I left it. Yes, PTSD. I still want to maintain my sanity, but yes, I have seen and played some gacha games. This will be from my personal experience, and my verdict will be both yes and no. Yes, because others do it better, especially regarding anniversary celebration and rewards. Others do it also better when it comes to gacha grades. Like, the game, um, is it wrong to pick up the dungeon Danmachi Memoria freeze? Since there's an 11 pull for 10 promo and limited units are guaranteed for specific 11 pull tries. So in other gacha games, it is also easier to farm for pulls like Azur Lane. You only have to do dailies and weeklies actually, and you can farm cubes slowly but steady, even without being in the end game. On the other hand, there are some like FGO, which will take your sanity away. I have yet to experience the full salt since I just started playing recently, but just a tangent, my friend always tells me the time he saved 700 quartz and still didn't get his desired character. His salt was so fucking real that I can even taste it when he runs. Holy shit. That's a lot of salt, man. You have to move. You have to let go, man. If you're watching this video, you gotta let go. You shouldn't have gone back, bro. Let me do the honors. Let me experience the salt. Well, in my opinion, there's also Arknights, in which it is easier to farm if you have invested a lot in strengthening your units. If your units are not well invested, you can still farm slowly and steady, but the guaranteed PT for limited event characters, just like the anniversary character last time, it was W, I guess, will cost you 180,000 random if the math checks out. So there was also no PT in usual limited event characters last time I played, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Same with Honkai Impact. Oh, there was a PT in Arknights for usual event characters. Yes, there is a PT, but it is not guaranteed. It's not a 50-50 like in Genshin. So yeah, I also play Honkai Impact. So another game from Mihoyo. I farm excruciatingly slow just doing dailies. I'm pretty lazy when doing Honkai Impact, but it would take you at least 28,000 crystals for the guaranteed limited character. So, all in all, it will always fall with the RNG, you know. And at the end, if you're not aiming for PT, and that's gonna be a problem, if you don't have the reserves. So the same goes for Genshin, but the 50-50 system can help you realize, yes, your dream characters, I think. So it would only take 15-20 minutes a day. I know it's just 60 Prima Gems, but you gotta take what you gotta take, man. Not mentioning that recently there were changes on how often events are conducted. So there could be at least 2 events per patch, which will give you 420 Primo Gems each. So these events can also be done within a single day if time is not a luxury for you. Um, all in all, it will only fall in the matter of saving for your desired character, and let's admit it is the leakers who are our heroes. Leakers save lives. They help us to plan accordingly for those. So thank you for those leaks. I know you are having a rough time, but I appreciate you deeply. So new players have it better in terms of Primo Gem source. So I think you should save as much as you can and aim for those PT. As an example, me as an AR57 player, I could save up to 31 rolls per patch just for doing deals and the 2 events. I have also included in the 31 roll the 300 PGs from the patch live streams and 300 from the maintenance, with only 21 star abyss at the cherry on top. It isn't much, I know. That's why having this anniversary 10 free pulls means a lot to me personally. Could do better, I guess, but just like I said, I just take what they give. I mean, there is a room for improvement there. Like, we could always use some more, but if that's how it is, that's how it is. I didn't include web events, in-game events, date events, and the Hoyo Lab monthly 60 PGs. Holy shit! Or even my Welkins. But yes, I do spend for Welkins if I have the luxury and desire to do so. If I do include Welkins, I could do 48 pulls. So, but it's only if I can afford to do so. Good value if you ask me. So just my opinion, please don't kill me. But for F2P, 31 pull per patch is what I have arrived at. In my honest opinion, just like I said, it isn't enough and we could always have some more. It's just that leak save lives, that's why F2P players can save for their desired waifus and husbandos, no? So leakers, I know you're in a rough time there, but again, we appreciate you deeply. You're fucking legends, guys. So yeah, so if Mihoyo is declaring a leaker hunt decree right now, if I'm not mistaken, an official roadmap for the year could be the solution for this, I think. I mean, if players have something to refer to, when to save, where to save, I mean, that could improve our lives, I guess. So at the end of the day, it is optional to pull in Genshin Impact, but if you plan to pull for a certain character, I highly suggest that you should have focus, commitment, and sheer fucking will to resist pulling for others. Got that? Yep, that's the rule. Focus, commitment, and sheer fucking will. That's the rule. So what about the RNG in artifacts? Yeah, about that. Well, it's up to you. If you really want optimal performance of your character, you will really suffer. Just to set it straight, you will really suffer if you aim for optimal abyss performance, and also if you plan on pampering your main character, you will suffer. Well, if you love your character, it might be rigorous, but I know deep inside that you are committed to do those kind of things. So aside from the gacha and RNG aspect of the game, so because it's all the same, you know, it's all about the rates, it's all about the grind. But the thing is, in Genshin they have 50-50, so at least you have better chances in getting once you have saved enough, you know. So what makes Genshin better at other gacha games? So one thing I have noticed, I know this could be controversial, but what I like about Genshin is that it feels immersive, you know. You play in the shoes of your characters. You play their backgrounds. You are moving your character, interacting with other characters. Even NPCs have their own stories you can discover. Terrains have their own historical backgrounds. And Genshin Impact has the potential to be a wonderful world building and exploration quote-unquote gacha game. The lore. Yes, I have forgotten the lore. The lore is what keeps me in Genshin. I mean, there are other gacha games in that have really compelling story, but it is different if you can experience those details, those circumstances, those events firsthand. You know what I mean? So yes, I may not be a certified lore nerd, but holy shit, bro, the lore and the ambience, the environment you are in. I know it's, oh no, aside from those fucking primo gems, you know, and the RNG artifacts or dipshits, but if you just pause and take a look and ask yourself, holy shit, is this a fucking gacha game? What the fuck? But with all these years I have played, the gacha games I have played have it's either there's an auto battle. Yeah, they certainly, there are gachas that certainly have compelling stories, but they're also with twisted timelines that I can't even comprehend. So to each of their own, you know. But Genshin, if you take a look and play, and you will say, holy shit, it's a fucking gacha game. Then you will realize that Genshin offers more than those rates, those RNGs. It's like having the experience of playing in the game, playing firsthand in the game. You can explore all of the content firsthand with your own two hands, with your own two eyes. So I guess that is the difference of my Genshin Impact experience to my other gacha game experiences. Yes, storytelling. This could be a short one. And spoiler warning, okay? I have finished all of the Archon quests, so spoiler warning. First and foremost, I would like to set the record straight that I am no expert in the technicalities of storytelling or writing. I'm just a casual trash who enjoys stuff. Thank you. And as usual, these are just my hot takes about the story so far. So, would you say that the story recently is rather disappointing? Some would, and I will say it depends. It's a hit or miss for me, I guess. Once that is okay, I have mixed feelings for Liyue. Yazuma is okay too for me. Among the Archon quests I have played, the one I will place at the bottom of the list would be the last chapter in Liyue's Archon quest. You know, it's all action and stuff. The last climactic battle in the ocean, you know, it's all action and stuff, but what the hell, man, what happened in the ending, man? I felt like riding a roller coaster, ascending the rails, and suddenly nothing. I'm back at the line, just like that. The threat is eliminated, you know, by bringing down a floating palace, and there's not even risks in the city. So yeah, wow. Imagine a vortex god being killed by a fucking floating palace, just being smushed in your face. Oh shit, some vortex god you are, Asayo. Yeah. So recently in Inazuma, I find it a bit refreshing, I guess, to see a somewhat personal side of the Raiden Shogun in connection to the crisis that needs resolving. And I don't even have the slightest idea that Raiden Shogun is technically composed of two persons, twin sisters, A and Makoto. So that's new. Uh, that's I mean it's typical in some anime, but in this game, in the context of this game, it's kinda new. Yeah, it's kinda new. It's kinda okay for me, at least. Oh, chapter 2 of the Archon Quest in Azumas was like swoosh, like a zoomer. It's like a blink for me, since I already explored Kanazuka and Yashiori Islands before taking the chapter 2. So yeah, it's like a breeze for me. It's just didn't have too much. It suffers from those things, or maybe a lot of things. It might be because I am not paying attention too much to the details. I may be ignorant, but the noma of the whole act left me in satisfaction. Just as I told you, I'm no expert, but you know, loopholes, thrown characters, Senora. Oh yes, there are things like that. That one moment with La Senora was kinda fuck up for me. Oh shit, we gotta intake some hopium right here, right now, and I think she will return. Just my opinion, I know it's a lot of hopium for me, and as I have said before, Genshin's charm lies on how its world was formed, and how individuals are doing. Like this guy, I first met this guy from a world quest in which you will play hide and seek with an NPC named Childish Ja, if is my pronunciation correct. And little did I know that this old man right here is one of the big shots of Liwe. Holy fucking shit. Hiding in fucking plain sight. This old man right here is one of the big shots. So sometimes if you just scavenge for lore in world quests by reading items, artifacts, traversing the land, or visiting some old places after completing certain quests, there will be connections made. The moment you realize that the connection, the moment you connected the dots, is what I am referring to when I was talking about how the charm of Genshin lies on how the world works, how the individuals are doing. This made some things really memorable for me. But anyways, rip Senora, rip Tepe. Like I said, I'm not an expert, and I admit that I have overlooked a lot of things. But sometimes turning off your brain and enjoying the story is what can make your game experience better. You're still here watching this video? Props to you. I already assumed that I lost you on good day. So anyways, the last I would like to give my opinion would be the characters and difference in game content for both new players and so-called endgame players. First, characters. Simple. Pull for what you want or who you want. Don't tell others who or what to pull, and vice versa. There are content creators giving their opinion, but don't let it stop you if you really want the character. I mean, if you have someone that you like more than the current character, then I suggest that you save. But if you really want the character, you get it. He or she's gotta be the one, the one I'm saving for. Then there's no one stopping you. So really, it's just a matter of it's just a matter of personal preference. And recently, there are also a lot of disappointment regarding Inazuma characters, saying that they are underwhelming. But I personally think that people are just accustomed to the high damage output of individual character and the never-ending damage comparison to broken characters. Ganyo, I'm looking at you, please notice me. My take is that Inazuma characters are definitely a good addition to the roster of Genshin Impact. The theme of Inazuma is eternity, and yet the playstyle of recent Inazuma characters, if you noticed, is activating a certain skill, then swap to other units. Pretty ironic if you ask me, and it also correlates to the moral of the Archon quest, that being stale doesn't mean eternity. So, would you look at that? Inazuma characters. Inazuma, which relates to eternity, and yet those characters are just like swap characters, you know? Do something, then swap for other characters. It's like the complete opposite. And I know some of you would definitely be opposed to this kind of idea, but it's quite the moral of the story, you know? It's quite the point of the story that being stale doesn't mean eternity. So it's the ambition that lasts forever. So they might be, those characters might be behind in terms of individual output damage, or damage output I mean, but they are not completely underwhelming. They have their own strengths and weaknesses depending on how they are utilized among the party. These characters also mitigate or delay the power creep that exists in every gacha game there is. It is inevitable. Let's accept that. It is a fact that power creep exists in every game. Isn't it just a real shitty feeling when an AR-25 who pulled for a new broken character is outperforming you in Abyss? You know what? That would upset me, you know? Me, an AR-57 who built units with commitment and patience after so many artifact rerolls, then some guy or some player with an AR-25 with a broken character that is just new to the game and just released recently, just smash out the Way of the Abyss. Like, holy shit, man. There are games like that, you know. Brave Frontier is one. It's activating my PTSD. Oh shit. Old units will be easier to get and will definitely be forgotten. Oh yes. Well, it is also refreshing to see new playstyles and creative team compositions utilizing the said Inazuma characters. There are no bad characters in general, but the truth, here's the truth, is that there are better ones. There will always be better characters in terms of performance. And this performance I'm talking about is the Abyss. The performance in Abyss. Spiral Abyss is commonly catered for the ongoing character banner, so metas won't be avoided. So if you're aiming either for accomplishing Spiral Abyss or for collecting characters, you pull who you want to have and build it how you want it to be. No one's dictating what to build with them. Just look at my support gun here. I bet I just triggered a lot of people for just showing my stats right here. Just don't trash other characters in a passive aggressive way. You know, some of us waifu husband domains are butthurt people, not gonna lie. It's because we love the character, that's why we feel a bit offended. But that doesn't mean that we on the waifu husband the collectors faction should be butthurt easily by some strangers' comments and return the favor, you know, by saying you're meta slave, all you care is about damage. But at the end of the day, damage is important too, you know. You can progress in the open world if you don't have any damage. So You're kinda right, but sometimes there are those who just like to trash the character, shame the character that other people love, and it's not good. Let us all just accept that there are others who are competitive and remarkable, who can complete the Abyss 36 stars without a sweat, and some are just casual enjoyers, free from such hassle, and doesn't care too much about the Abyss. Well, they will try, but like me, if I get frustrated with I mean, it's my fault. I can't even finish the Abyss, so I won't force myself. It's just if I force myself, my sanity will go away. I mean, it's like that. So whatever I can have, I should be satisfied with it. I can't. I just can't. So yeah. So either way, there are no absolute superior from between the two. Hell, there are also some who are both abyss completers and collectors. So huge props to them. I mean, they have that's some dedication right there, you know. So yeah. So after the characters, let's talk about the end game content. Yes, I know. I feel you. I am an AR-57 player since day 1 or day 2, and there's barely any content or goal for endgame players, while new players are living the moment of discovering, oh, or rather, speedrunning the heck out of the whole map. Hell yeah. There's also Spiral Abyss, but not not everyone is directed towards the Spiral Abyss. I suck. And look at how I suck. I just die and die and die. That's just life for me, I guess. And there goes my endgame content. That's why it was a good change that there are events and world quests that pop after certain Archon quests. It keeps me interested. Others feel obligated because of the Primo Gems, but hey, the events they dish out can be done within the last 3 or 2 days if I remember correctly, so there you go. You just have to allot your time, some of your time to Genshin for a few hours, I guess, a single day. But yeah, Genshin for me every day is to log in, get my Wilkins, complete my daily commissions, and if I do feel like it, would pre-farm for characters. If there's an event, it's all good and I'll do it, but if there's not, it can get repetitive and stale. I agree. Yes, I agree. It can get repetitive and stale. But does it affect my gaming experience? Somewhat, I guess. But the frequent event releases keeps me from completely losing interest. What affects me currently is the recent issues and the behavior of the community. Well, if you think about it, games will always have a downtime. I know there will always be a downtime, but I'm not saying that you should stop playing Genshin, but there will always be other games to play. If you really don't have anything to do with Genshin, if you have completed all of what Genshin can offer, you have completed all achievements, you have 36 star the Abyss, you have optimized artifact builds for your characters. I can't really blame you if you really don't have any content to enjoy with, so I will suggest that do it for the dailies, I guess. It's only 15 to 20 minutes a day if you really want to uh, play Genshin. But there are others that are saying that they lack content, they lack game time. I mean, all games can end, you know. And repetitive gameplay has always been there in the gaming industry. Like, I'm not saying that these games that I will mention are bad. It's just that it is their gameplay. The repetitiveness is in their gameplay. So yeah, for example, MOBA games could be repetitive. I mean, there are different characters, yes, different teams, but it's the concept and the goal is the same. So you really don't have anything to do any more. You really don't have to do anything new. You can't really do anything that is uh, different aside from winning. Same way it goes for other multiplayer games like shooting games. You just have to uh, plant the bomb, get the fuck out of there. Smoke that, smoke here. You gotta frag here and frag out. You gotta charge in, die, and let the team blame you. And that's what tilts. That's why there's a tilt that we call. Because if tilt gets to you, and it can be brought into the next games because it's get repeated. Hey, well, eh, in Genshin, I guess some players find it as a chore, but come on, man. The only thing that you have to do is to play for at least 10 minutes. If you have really good units, 10 minutes or 15 minutes is enough for those 60 Primo Gems, and I guess 15 minutes is not even cannot be even compared to those games that I have mentioned, like in a 40 to 1 hour game. So you just have to do this for 15 minutes now. You just have to do it. I remembered when the monthly rewards were uh, monthly Hoyo login rewards were released, and players are like, "What the fuck is this? You give us foul every day. I'm not logging in for that. I'm not logging in for this." But my take on that is that you don't have to do it completely. Just get the 60 Primo Gems there and get that fuck out of there. I just do it regularly for the additional items. I mean, they're free, so the only thing that I can do is to enter the link and click the icon, and it won't even take 10 seconds for me to log in. So I don't know why the players are complaining that it is such a chore, and they don't want to log in in Hoyo Lab monthly. And I mean, I understand it's just too much of a bother, but come on, man, it's just 10 to 15 seconds there for the 60 Primo Gems. I mean, 60 Primo Gems is just 1 day, I know, but 160 is better than 100. Well, just saying. 160 is just saying. So yeah. For the record, I'm not saying that Mihoyo is right to ignore the cry of the player base, but I'm also not siding with how the community is acting to make their cries heard. I mean, the anniversary awards are really underwhelming, but there are also other games that celebrate anniversary like it's just a casual day. I have been playing this game, a shooter game. I know you. I think you know this. It's just new. It's there's this is it's relatively new. Yes, I know you know this kind of shooter game. There are different characters that you could use skills just to enter the site. I know you do this. I know you know this. Yes, that game. Yes. You playing that game? Yes, you playing that game? Starts with the letter V, ends with the letter Rant. Yes, that game. So I've been playing since day one of Valor. I mean that game. I've been playing since day one, I guess, or first week, if I'm not mistaken. And the moment that the anniversary hits, last July, if I remember correctly, there's an anniversary rewards or battle pass that you can even get for free, and those rewards can be get by playing at least, I think 3 games are enough to just finish those kind of rewards. And the only thing that I can say to you is that they're pretty underwhelming too. It's like anniversary. Yeah, imagine that there are a lot of people spending for skins there, so they really don't have anything to show off. Just the cosmetics, so they really can't get any benefit from spending their money from that. I mean, it looks good. I have spent there. I have spent money. I have spent for battle pass, but the anniversary rewards is just banner cards and title and a cake buddy. Yes, a cake buddy. But did the community ever outrage like this, like in Genshin? Oh no. Oh no 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 no. I really didn't even have anything on my YouTube newsfeed nor Twitter newsfeed that says that the Valorant oh shit, that the shooter game anniversary rewards are like underwhelming or whatsoever. It's like it's another day for them to grind and to play and to improve, you know. Good skins won't make you improve. I mean, there are always videos like that oh my god, this skin will make him better, guys. But the anniversary rewards doesn't even have contain skins. Doesn't even contain skins. It's just cake body. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, but it's just a comparison for these games. So another example would be the cousin of that said game. This game I'm talking about is a MOBA game. Yeah. So what do you get? What do we get? I know some of you play this game. If you're still watching this video, what do we get? What do we got from anniversary? Hell yeah, there's a lot of events there. Recently, I don't really play that much. LOL. So I really don't play that much because I'm a type of player that plays those kinds of games, competitive or multiplayer games, with my friends. So if I don't have anyone to play with, I really can't enjoy my time there. I know there are some that plays for for being competitive, but I really don't want to play with strangers, especially if to avoid toxicity. I don't want to just be playing again and again, be tilted, carry the tilt to the next game, and be flame again and again. It isn't interesting for me. But let me say this, that those games, League of Legends and Valorant, oh shit, okay, the joke's getting old now. League of Legends and Valorant, I love those games. I will definitely return to those games if I'm interested to do so. I really don't miss anything to that. So yeah. So in a way, we didn't even answer the question, what do we get in the annual anniversary? Well, if I remember correctly, there are skins, I guess, but it's RNG. I think it's still RNG. And some icons. Yeah, some icons. Yeah, that's well, to be fair with the MOBA game world, there's a world event, so there's that. So you know what, the point, the point of what I'm saying that there will always be the same. There are games that will always be the same in regards to this. I mean, yes, it is a gacha game, and other gacha games celebrate anniversary with such grandeur. But I'm saying this because I'm disappointed in both Mihoyo and the community. Okay, I'm not saying that Mihoyo is right, but I'm not also siding with the player base. I mean, we could do more rewards. It's good to have more. I'm not complaining. It's good to have more rewards. All will benefit. All will shut up. All will you know, we will celebrate this shit absolutely fucking silently. You know, for me, at least for me, it's good to have more rewards. Just so you know, but not like these guys. I mean, come on, mass reporting stuff, trolling the contests, spamming their Twitter accounts. You know, just breed that hate, breed that toxicity. Welcome to the dark side. Yes, let the hate flow through you. And that's not how I expect. I know. I'm just being a fucking white knight, I guess. But no, I'm not defending Mihoyo. I would say that they're wrong. They're wrong to ignore us, but it is also wrong to just breed hate. And I know disappointment is good, but I see some things that just, you know, there's still some of us that wants to play the game peacefully, wants to enjoy the game content peacefully. Then reading those kinds of things while about the game that you love, it's kind of off-putting for us, you know. It's like we're losing kind of a interest, though we don't want that. We really don't. I know there are some of those that really don't want to lose interest in Genshin, but after seeing those kind of behavior from the rest, it's like it's discouraging for us. That's why I'm releasing this video, so just to vent my feelings out. So yeah, I may not be aware of other things that are happening in the background, like those kind of, I can see rumors that there's a banning in there. There's some shits going on, but I really don't care and I really don't want to know. It's just that the negativity will start to affect you and your interest in playing the game, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, so yeah, I made this video to vent out actually. So if you're still watching this, holy shit, man, props to you. I mean, I'm proud of you still watching this shit. So I made this video to vent out all this negativity in me. I want to play, still want to play, and I also like to tell someone out there who shares the same feelings as mine that you're not alone in this shit show. There's some of us who are still enjoying the game as it is, but we could do more, better rewards. But holy shit, man, if you have that mindset of just accepting of what it is and just not bursting into fucking flames, or it breeds chaos. I know the community is eager for rewards because they like the game, they love the game, but if you're easily that disinterested of some things, or you're really put off by that, and it will lead you to like to leave or quit the game. This is my opinion only, okay? Just no offense, but I personally think that you should do that and quit the game if you think that you should. If you're really pissed off, not like us, we players, some players like me, still wants to play eagerly. We still want to enjoy we still want to finish those remaining 5 regions in the game, or 6, I don't know. I guess 5 if you include Celestia, if there is Celestia. So, or Kenria, I mean Kenria, yes. No, Kenria is a guy, right? Kenria is a guy, right? Oh, no, never. Just you know that. No, Kenria is not a guy. Yeah, Kenria is not a guy. Holy shit! I'm gonna check this shit. I don't want. Oh yes. Oh yes. Kenria is not a guy. So yeah. I know that it's really frustrating for for some, and yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. I don't have to further explain to you. So, uh, to be honest, I love the game. To be honest, I love the game. Uh, and to emphasize it, I love the game, not the devs, but the game itself. It's just sad to see all of this happen because of these insignificant things. Just like I said, both sides are at fault. Mihoyo's Genshin team could always do better. They could definitely improve, and the same goes with how the community behaves at times like this. There will always be room to grow. So yeah, if you're just like me, who only wishes the game and the devs to improve, doesn't care too much for the rewards, but mind you, will still welcome more and enjoy the content, I suggest that you avoid any social media posts as of now that you think that might affect your love for the game, and you could log in, do daily commissions, then proceed to be productive, do other things or play other games afterwards. But if you feel burned out but still want to play the Genshin on the long term or for the long term, I suggest you take a break. If you're just, I know the primos are important, but prioritize your own. Okay, prioritize your love for the game. I know I've said this, but I think everyone likes the game, but not everyone is committed to the game. I think. Oh shit. Is that right? Yes. I mean, commitment in a context of whatever the rewards may be, we will accept. We could always do better, but we won't change we won't change our minds that we love the game. I mean, we still want to play the game even if the rewards are horseshit as fuck, because we want it to see improve. We want to see the other contents. We want to see the end. We want to see more characters die, like as in Honkai Impact. Please don't spoil me, I'm not even there yet. So yes, if you think that this kind of pissed you off, I don't really blame you. And if you think that Mihoyo is a large scumbag just for the anniversary rewards and you want to quit, I suggest that you do, just for your just for the better, you know. So you don't have to get your work up for that, because I think I'm still hoping for more, but I think realistically speaking, I think there isn't. So yeah, so that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching and listening for my 7-page script, I guess. So see you out there.
いざ